call a bunch of people over here and we're going to take you all to jail. No, you can leave, or I'm going to start calling people to come here and lock these people up.
Okay, no, I'm going to ask you to stand right here and I'm going to get with you directly over here. This is what I'm being paid to do, and that's what I have to enforce. I understand the freedom of speech thing.
It's actually Sergeant.
That was one of my earliest cop watches, and in just a second you'll get to see the whole thing. First, I wanted to give an update about my lawsuit. As you may know, I have the lawsuit Pulliam v. Fort Bend County and against Sheriff Eric Fagan, whose office is right behind me. Today was supposed to be my day in court. Finally, to get my day in court. That didn't happen. Instead, it's been delay after delay after delay caused by Fort Bend County. You know, technically my first day in court should have been over 2 years ago. If I can find the Injustice Center somewhere in the background over there. Maybe more that way. Eric Fagan violated my rights then too. Nullified my constitutional rights to fair trial, to call witnesses for the defense, those sort of things. So still I wait for my day in court. The government had their day in court. They failed to convict me. I never had my day in court. They failed to convict me. So in the federal lawsuit, you know, overall, like, there's been a ruling that I've already won part of the lawsuit. So isn't that interesting? How do you drag government into court when they've already halfway lost? Why would they want to go when they know they're already losing? So that's not been great. Hopefully in mid-June I will finally get that day in court. It was supposed to be last summer when we went to trial on this, but now we'll be litigating things about 4 years after they happened. I'll finally have my day in court. Isn't that something? So I mean, I guess that's how it works with the police and local government. If they don't scare you out, they'll wear you out. I've been publicly fighting for individual liberty and documenting the official activities of government for over 15 years now. And I think that's important. Many of y'all might have YouTube heroes. Maybe I'm someone's YouTube hero, and if so, that's a great honor. But why are people doing what they're doing? I think that's an important thing to ask. I don't talk about it much. I've been on all the national cable news network channels. I've been featured in prominent national newspapers. Been covered internationally, all those sort of things. Whatever, big deal. The point is that you have a record that you can verify that I've been fighting for these things for a very long time. But yeah, so this cop watch that you're about to watch, this is from 2009 in Washington, D.C., and you'll see how they did, back then, they actually did better at respecting your right to film, so that was good. Things have obviously gone downhill in that regard over the decades. But this is what happens when a group of people are out thinking, hey, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights says I have a First Amendment right to be heard, to speak, to protest all of that. And this is what happens if you do that in America.
How are y'all doing? They're Americans just like you are. That's wrong.
We got this from
That's right.
Thank you for defending us.
Thank you. Defend your freedoms.
Reserve your right to choose your own health care.
If we can't speak here, where can we speak?
Here, here.
Tell me what to do.
Freedom of speech is your right to choose your own health care.
We can't allow freedom of speech to be stopped.
No, we're just
Power to the patients, not the politicians.
I understand that.
Oh, two governments run, protest.
Can you tell my South exit exactly. The thing is, they have policies and procedures here. This is the federal government. Thank you.
Okay. And then that's also by the federal government. You're in a public place, so yes, we can.
Okay. But let me just say this to you.
Okay.
I have no problem. I understand the freedom of speech thing and everything like that.
Okay, so you have no problem with us staying here.
No. The thing is, this is my job, and my job is to enforce. Wait a minute.
Call free
Wait a
speech,
minute.
all right.
Okay, 1 second. Let me finish. Okay. The thing is, we have policies and procedures that we have to enforce, and what has been instilled by the federal government is that petitioners and things like that can't do it on their property.
Okay, so we can't even do it on the national mall, is what you're saying.
Oh, I don't.
Hold on, are you done?
Yeah, no, wait a minute. We don't have any jurisdiction on the national mall.
Okay.
With the Smithsonian, here, we have policies that we have to enforce. Under the federal government, under the Smithsonian Institution.
Okay.
Under the Smithsonian Institution.
Okay.
And what the policy is that petitioners or anything that hasn't gone through our public affairs department or what have you can't do so on their property.
Okay. So the sidewalk is not technically part of the Smithsonian's property.
Yes, sir.
Huh? So then it's owned by the federal government. So you would also agree that the federal government owns the entirety of the national
I'm not
mall.
at liberty to speak on the federal government and things like
you
that.
just did.
Okay, no, the only thing I'm speaking on is Smithsonian rules and regulations, and their regulations state that no petitioners that they have not gone through public affairs to distribute literature or anything like that, they can't do so on their property.
Okay, so
I have no problem with you going across the street, but understand, I mean, I don't know if it's a job or a volunteer type thing. Okay, so okay, but you have to understand my position also. This is what I'm being paid to do, and that's what I have to enforce. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the freedom of speech thing and things like that, but all I'm asking is that y'all can't do it on this property.
Okay, can we get a copy of the policies?
You can go to our public affairs department. I can get someone to come down and talk to you.
Yeah, if you could, but until then we'll be here. Because as of right now, it's protected by the First Amendment that we can be on federal property here. On the sidewalk, yes it is. It's been upheld by numerous Supreme Court decisions that this is perfectly legal and okay, constitutional by the First Amendment.
We're paying their salary.
Reserve your right to choose your own health care. Reserve your right to choose your own health care. Don't let the government choose for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to D.C. home of free speech.
Reserve your right to choose your own health care.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, not only is the government trying to run your health care, they're also trying to quash our free speech and right to peaceably assemble. Say no to statism. Say yes to freedom. How's it going, sir? Say no to government health care.
Free market really hard. Wake up, America, defend your Constitution. Did you get that whole thing on video?
Oh yeah.
This email, they want us to send the clip to this email, and she said I'm going to put it on the news.
All right.
So if we were to stand just like this, we'd be perfectly okay. Be on the asphalt? Once again, no answer on the quelling of free speech.
Run by the politics.
Defend your Constitution, America! Stand up for your freedom!
Yeah, thank you. Spreading liberty and freedom to all the children. My name.
Longer lines, lower quality. Come on in before you die. It's too hot out here. Let's go. Right here. Hey.
Trying to run your health care. Say no to socialism. Say yes to freedom.
That one right there. Yeah.
Excuse me. Tell us the problem, man.
Folks, if you're going to stand on the corner, stand on the corner. Since he was identified as the person who's in charge, I'm going to deal with him first.
And they're my co-organizers.
Okay, no, I'm going to ask him to stand right here, and I'm going to deal with you directly over
Can you
here.
speak with me right here?
Okay?
Can you speak with me here?
Okay, can I ask you a question? Who are you with?
I'm with the Young Americans for Liberty.
Say no to government-run health care. How many in your group?
We have people all around the national mall.
Stop the
Okay, I'm talking
bureaucracy.
about right now. These folks.
Take the autonomy.
I don't have an exact number on that.
You don't have an exact number. Okay, so how about I count? Is this as far as this location right here?
If you wanted to count the people in support of keeping healthcare free, the
sir,
people that are with us,
sir, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to ask a question, and I asked a specific question. You didn't give me an answer. He actually gave me an answer because I was trying to figure out how many folks you had that were out here that have signs that agree with you and so on and so forth in this area. You did not give me an answer, so I was about to count how many people were here.
Isn't that like political discrimination though?
No, we do not, sir. We do not need a permit to physically assemble and proof of the Constitution or the Supreme Court.
36 CFR 7.96 is how federal regulations governs National Park Service territory in this area.
Stop socialized
So
medicine!
Washington, D.C. does not support free speech. Does PETA have a petition?
Stop
Those are
spilling
right over there?
medicine!
Okay. All right.
Demonstrate.
Okay. Also, so you're saying we do not have the First Amendment?
Say you don't have a permit.
Yeah.
In order to demonstrate here,
Permit would be, being required to receive a permit would be a restriction on the First Amendment.
well, there's two options. Okay. You can disassemble, right, and leave. Okay. Or I'm gonna call a bunch of people over here and we're gonna take you all to jail.
Okay. Can I make a phone call quick?
No, you can leave, or I'm gonna start calling people to come here and lock these people up.
Alright, we'll just walk around. We'll just walk around.
So you can't walk around with your signs and giving out stuff. You don't have to do that. So you can file a complaint with the Park Service if that's what you want.
Okay, so.
It's not my job to.
It's your job. You're just serving. You have to go personally.
Buy your own insurance!
Right now, under the Code of Federal Regulations, you need a permit.
Stop federal regulations!
The Constitution is the highest law.
Obviously, you're not.
Okay. What's the code?
You pay your salary.
36 CFR 7.96. Are we going to disassemble or are we going to jail?
All right, we're done today.
You will be on YouTube in a matter of minutes, sir. And your name? And your name? Your first name? Oh, okay. Wonderful. And your guy's number? 886. 886? Thanks a lot, Officer Dillon.
It's actually Sergeant.
Thanks a lot, Officer Dillon.
Private healthcare!
All right, guys, we are done today. They decided to quell our free speech, so we must leave.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Did you get footage of that?
yeah, look, they got out. You got the whole thing out.
Holy shit.
Yeah, fucking SWAT out here, huh? Yeah, the SWAT van right there. Yeah.
Dr. Obama, we'll see you now! Or later.
They called the SWAT team on us. That's good. Young Americans for Liberty has SWAT called on them.
Welcome to DC, home of free speech! The only cure for 1984 is 1776!
I think that's good. Oh, that is awesome. Look at this. You can get this on film. But they just said they don't run this. You can get a picture with it.
As far as my videos go, I've been working very hard for our rights, for things that I think that will benefit society and benefit many of you. Namely getting, the person in that car keeps honking at me. So maybe not in reality, but at least on paper, making sure that our rights are well established, and so that the next person, no one should have their rights violated, but so at least the next person, when their rights are violated, perhaps they will have a better outcome because of the groundwork that I'm laying. But unfortunately, in every victory that I have, every big video, the resistance just keeps intensifying, and I want to publish the truth. I want to publish what actually happens, and so it's taking me longer and longer and longer to get to that these days. And I guess the thing is that this resistance by the government, it's just amazing to me how much they hate social media. We'll just call it this. They hate social media journalism that's critical of their official acts. And that's the core of it. That's what this is really about. And how do you stifle that? How do you slow that down? How do you punish that? Definitely they want to punish that. Definitely want to punish my making money on their using my their images in my negative comment posts. I think is about their exact language. You can fact check me. They're just wearing us out on this stuff. And maybe that works on a lot of people. The thing is, my attorneys are great. The public interest law firm, Institute for Justice, that represents me, it can't be worn out. It's ready to go all the way to the Supreme Court as long as it takes. I mean, they can't be worn out. So that strategy just is not going to work here. but it does keep me jammed up. It does substantially and severely, really extremely impact my life in a bad way, impact my ability to do my job as an investigative journalist, impacts really every aspect of my life, which isn't great. It's a huge sacrifice and justice to the extent that it ever comes when it's so delayed. I think that you'll never be made whole in the way or be vindicated in the way that you could be if there was speedy justice